claim we have enslaved them. The West have taken everything from them. It is true. The West started from barter system as businessmen. For a period of time, they enslaved Africans. United States, England, and many other Western countries was built in the back of slaves, except Russia, which didn't involve himself in slavery. But today, we allow them to have their independence. They are not the only country the West gave them independence. China got independence less than 10 years, and Ghana got their own. Singapore got their independence 58 years ago. If you compare Singapore to Ghana, I know Singapore, I know their securities. There are many secrets between me and their government. That is classified. That will prolong this issue. After they got independence, they were a fourth world country. They rise quickly from a first world country, a fourth world country, to a third world country, to a second world country. And now Singapore is a third world country. The Chinese people were total slaves living in poverty, ruled by evil empire, whose ancestors blasphemed with the time monk. That people use their story to call it Journey of the West. That corrupt king was the ruler of China. General Liu who was a soldier in Russia, went to a bishop in Russia, and they told him one day China will become powerful, even more than the United States, and they will challenge the United States as equal. Liu himself never believed it, and today it have come to pass. General Liu and Russian generals came to China to overthrow the emperor who was corrupt there. And within few decades, China is now superpower, challenging the United States, fighting over Taiwan, threatening war to the West as if they are equals. Those blaspheming is the West who is responsible for the difficulties Africans are going through. They should put immediate end to it. The paper certificates, doctors, lawyers, and so-called scholars in Africa who cannot manufacture a toothpick should keep their goddamn mouth shut. The money Ghana got the time they got independent, it was 10 times the money that was given to Singapore. Because of the huge amount of that money, that Soviet Union paid part and England paid part. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was having great ambitions to make himself superpower, to fulfill the prophecy of the book that people call it Wakanda today. Believing a black man will one day make Africa powerful. So he started industrial revolution with Canada. Let me tell you one secret you people are too blind to see. I'm a classified agent for the West, China, for those who are into space program. And I live classified in Ghana. I've studied them. I know how they think, how they move, how they act, even what they will think tomorrow. I'm talking from experience. It is true the scholars in the West said it. Those in Africa, their doctors, their professors, those in parliament, even animals are wiser than them. I'm betting you it's true. In the West, if you're a politician and you steal money, you go to jail because we work for the good of the country, not for ourselves. In Africa, the country is ruled by people who practice black magic, black witchcraft. In the ancient days of Rome, England, people who were practicing that kind of magic was to put to death by the government and the kings. Utap and Dragon placed a ban on such practices because he knew the consequences of it. Let me tell you the secret why Africans are suffering. Africa is ruled by dark, evil, black witches who think only evil and know only evil. They claim they go to church. It's a lie. If you go to church, your pastor preaching to you will be creating problems for you. If you don't get a good pastor, he will synchronize with your family and they will be working against you. In Africa, those who manage to walk through the Sahara Desert to get to Libya and manage to get to Italy, if they get to the West, they become like kings for their family because of the poverty. They have a name for them, called them Boga, means Messiah from the West, coming to save the family. These Messiahs for their family, if they send money to their relative home, the moment the head of the family get the money, they use it to destroy them. If you buy a land in Africa to build house for your family will collaborate with the chief and they will sell it to 10 people to deceive you. This is the kind of cannibals ruling the continent of Africa. They are the main reason why Africans are suffering. In Africa, if you give money to someone, he uses it to make you poor. Even if you buy food for them, they use it against you for you to get stomach ulcer. That is the superstitions belief, what they use their witchcraft to do. Did the people of the West ask the reason why Utap and Dragon, the Persian assassins, Lancelot and his people, were hunting witches funded by the government? The people asked themselves the reason why United States designed a government system to hunt evil witches. We knew the belief of Africans. If we allow that belief to survive in the West will fall. So I myself and many more stood down with our feet to fight against evil and now see where the worst have become. Africans are suffering because of witchcraft. In their eyes, goodness is evil. Evil is good. In Africa, if you are a businessman, a footballer, a famous person, and you go there frequently, your life is in danger. Let's use our own Dr. Kofi Annan, the former UN Secretary General. Everyone in the United Nations know his death was not natural. He was poisoned to death and full of superstitions belief. And that work was done by the Africans. After they did that, he was having a dream of bringing global citizenship. His wife came to the funeral with the lipstick. They insulted her to claim the lipstick, saying it's against Ghanaian tradition. And these cannibals extend the evil they do even to the white woman, who is the wife of the former UN Secretary General. the late Kofi Annan. His children too. They gave them money to trade their future. In Africa, if someone give you food, just like the way in the Bible, food was given to Jacob. Jacob gave Esau food to trade it blessing. They practice witchcraft. If they give you food, money, and you accept it, they trade it for your future. So they did some to the children. In Africa, when someone died, they contribute taxes to help the widow, and the widow, the children, and the rest. They gave it to the boys. The boys didn't know, and they are parasiting them and the future of their father of bringing United Earth Federation, global citizenship. This is the kind of cannibals who rule Africa. They steal a lot of money. They borrow a lot of money. And when they borrow the money, they believe when they spend it on their people will turn against them as they see goodness as evil and evil is good. I cannot judge Akufo-Addo and his ECOWAS and the Nigerians guilty for whatever they are doing, because I myself have investigated them. I know the total attitude of them. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah gave them car manufacturing company, car assembling company, tire processing company, tires manufacturing company, about 400 factories or more than that. People were knocking people's job to give them job. These people in Africa, if you have a job, you are a rich person. Spiritually, they can give you a school uniform to wear. They will have sex with you spiritually. And they will collaborate with your CEO in your workplace. And they will dismiss you, fire you from work. And when they do that, they will turn you to a schoolboy spiritually and physically. They will be giving you food and money to tarnish your image. If you're an ordinary person who cannot see, you lost your job. People disrespect you because spiritually you got animals on your face, spiritually, or a mask. That is why they snitch you all the time. This kind of cannibals are the people who rule the continent. They say the West gave them by virus. In Africa, if you are eating and you cannot see spiritually, the people with mark of the beast who now call themselves witches, they are not fleas. They have given themselves self-titles, witches. They put the animals they worship to people's food to give them stomach ulcer, cough, kidney failure. So if the dialysis machine they import from the West, they do that because they believe if they put animals to parasite somebody's kidney, they can last long in sex. They don't know it's the STDs they always acquire that make them sexually weak. They are the most evil people I've ever seen. I've traveled around the universe. There is no alien planet that do not know me. But mark my words, these people in Africa are worse than animals, more than our professors say. Christopher made a prediction that one day Africans will survive. They'll get a Messiah. Africa, anything positive in their eyes is evil. They only destroy. Have you people asked yourself when Nigeria got oil? Oil more than 50 years ago. That time Dubai was a desert. In Africa, even in the roof, you see tomatoes and leaves growing there. I recall someone sent it, post it right here on my platform. In the roofs, house roofs, you see plants germinating there in Africa. Everything you grow there, it will germinate. It's not like the West, you have to irrigate it. It will work naturally. All the food that come from Africa, they don't do irrigation. It's natural season. Every cocoa, no cocoa farmer in Africa, Ghana, Burkina, have irrigation system. Farming is very easy. But they were able to be the first production cocoa country in the world. Have you asked themselves what they use the money for? The oil Dubai, Nigeria got. They got it for the past 50 years. It's more than the oil Dubai have. Have you asked yourself what they use it for? I'm a classified agent. I was involved in Nigeria Oil Company. I own many of the companies. The moment you strike terms and deals with a country, their politicians will share the money for themselves. And if you don't support, they pay assassins. They will kill you. I am saying it. They can sue me. Buhari can sue me if he dare me. I know he has his agent in Ghana to prevent this truth. They are the most evil people, 1,000 times worse than animals. But let's compare Ghana to Dubai, Nigeria to Dubai. Dubai got oil somewhere in 1964. Within few decades, they were able to develop their country from fourth world country to a third world country to a second world country, and now a first world country. The oil industry in Nigeria is rich than those in Dubai. Saudi Arabia is building the line, a glass city, with over $10 billion. $10 trillion rather. With the oil they have, just like the way Nigeria have. It is not the same oil. But Dubai was able to use his oil to turn a fourth world country to a third world country and to a second world country and now a first world country. That Nigerians and Ghanaians go there to take pictures. How did they do that? They did that because it's ruled by proper leaders. So far as witches are in control of ruling Africa, not even if God can face them. Because their belief, their traditional belief, I've studied them. I read them. I know how they move, how they act, how they think, what they will think tomorrow. I'm a CIA, so I'm very good in doing investigation. These people are far more animals than any animal in the forest that you know, including the koalas. These fools always say it's Emmanuel Macron who killed Gaddafi. But who sold Gaddafi to Macron? In Africa, if you give money to someone, their witchcraft belief tell them they have to use it against you. Gaddafi was banned from flying airplane. He was traveling with cars. When he traveled to any country because of his campaign of becoming emissary to Africa, he gave the cars to them for free, trying to build African Bank in Ghana, a place called Race Course, close to the Central Market in Kumasi, Ashanti region. They used the good deeds he was doing for them against him. And they corroborated with the family of Muhammad al-Gaddafi with their stupid superstition belief that was banned in Rome, England, and the West. And they sold Gaddafi spiritually to Emmanuel Macron. Fine, I know Macron, people will say NATO was wrong to attack Gaddafi. Mohammed El Gaddafi was using, let me tell you one secret, it's classified. I know Biden will be very fierce for this. United States have a space program. The duty of the space program was copied from the glory of Rome, Sumerian, Egypt. The civilization we know here, cars, machinery, everything we know, we learn it from the Egyptians. And that knowledge that we know, those Egyptians, they were aliens. Design a space program. And the space program that we design it to face the problem. That is why the glory of Rome made Jesus Christ from Nazareth came, that he refused. Our dream is to unite Earth with the alien world and live peaceful with them. That is why India even went to space. But these people in Africa, evil, lies, corruption, fraud is the only thing they know. They are the most evil people, 1,000 times more than animals. Our scholars in the West believe brain of animal is better than the brain of a black man. In Africa, because of witchcraft, they are leaders in ECOWAS, those fuckers. They just have animal skin. They are more stupid than any fool you have ever seen. So if Dubai have built his country with his oil, and Nigeria discovered oil before Dubai, ask yourself the reason why Nigeria is so poor. Ghana have gold. Why are they still poor? The money that they borrow from IMF, they borrow it, they use it to pay workers. And after they pay workers, the rest of the fucking money, they spend it. They use some to pay the interest the country is owing. And after paying the interest, they spend the rest. They don't go to jail. From childhood, their parents trained them how to lie. So when they lie, they don't smile. They are very professional, serious liars. They are complete cannibals. They are not just animals. They are far worse than animals. Trust me. They are the reason why African Americans are not respected. Because the money they borrow from the West, they invested somewhere else. They are not like Dubai, who uses resources to develop the country. They are not like Singapore, who used the money we gave them to develop their country. They are not like Saudi Arabia, who is using the oil money to create the line, a city of glass, a diamond city. These people are cannibals. They wear human skin. So if you see them, you'll be deceived. You are talking to a human being. And I cannot blame their leaders. The Ashanti people have a wise saying that a tree or a seed, a spider ate and died. The son of the spider will not sit under it and doze or sleep. In Chi local dialect, they say, Dear Nancy, dear Wu, Tekuman Transi Tonku. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah gave them free jobs, free education, free healthcare, free education policy, tire manufacturing company, tiles company, car processing company. Wherever Dr. Kwame Nkrumah did for them, they destroyed it. They were fighting him as enemies. They staged a coup to remove him from power because he took a free fare to school. In Africa, if someone is suffering and you feel pity for the person, they use it against you. So they staged a coup and remove him from power. And they wanted to kill him in several occasions. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was bombed. They once placed a bomb in his flower, tried to kill him, and they sing a song, Nkrumah never die, Nkrumah never die. These fuckers. But in Russia, everyone who can see spiritually stand for his country first. In the glory of Greece, think about your woman, love your woman, defend your country. Because if your country get defeated, your woman will be a slave and be a whore somewhere else, in someone else's country. Africa is not like that. The cycle of the witchcraft in Africa. Let's say you are a footballer. Those footballers living abroad, Michael Lacy and his people, you know why they don't come home? Because they are afraid to come. In Africa, if you are a noble person, a fool, that is not a Akan tradition, because the Akan believe the one who wants something better for the Pokopan clan, we don't do evil against him. It's a the open bibi akokotoko yenina bro. But today's Africa, if you are a noble person in the West, cleaning shit in the West, after you clean that shit in the West and try to build a house for those fucking family who have no job, who have no place to stay, those who made you walk through the desert to Italy to do a tomato farm, after spending your tomato farm money to build a house in Africa, a fool will say, let's destroy it. So the money you send to them, they use it against you. I know Joe Biden, Donald Trump, Supreme Leader. For Supreme Leader, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo hold his hand and took him to a place called Asante Achim Dampon in Ghana. It took place spiritually. Those people were desperate to kill me. Did you people ask them the reason why they want to kill me? They wanted to kill me because they know I'm rich. I got a lot of money to pay the debt Ghana is owing, and they want to destroy it. You think they don't know? You are a fool. They know it a long time ago. I was not giving them money because if you give them money, they use it against you. There is a guy in Accra, a place called Agboba, called David. He's my witness. And everyone, even Biden himself, is my witness. All those fuckers in Africa who were saying we will kill you, it's because I gave them money. I haven't offended a single of them. And they killed Dr. Kwame Nkrumah because he gave them job. And today's witchcraft is not like the ancient days. Today's witchcraft, witches are everywhere, in hospitals, schools, everywhere. Because if you don't give your son a witchcraft, by the time he will return from school, someone will use animals to take his knowledge or deform him, give him autism. So witchcraft has spread everywhere. I can say, I don't want to give numbers. But over 90% of the population in Africa are witches. And they use it for evil. They are the reason why. The reason why is 90% is all the ordinary people are dead. Maybe I'm the only one left. This thing is serious, but it's also funny. So, if you are the West and you feel pity for Africans, you are very stupid. The African Americans who need apology for slavery. Trust me, the days of slavery is far better than today. Because today, we don't put chains in the back of slaves in their neck to force them to come anymore. They come with their own fucking free will to come and clean shit. I've instructed slave before. Those days we were having tobacco farm, sugarcane farm, cotton farm. They go to farm at 6 in the morning. They wake up at dawn, 6 in the morning, they start working. 12 o'clock midday, they close. They come home. Yeah, and they come and the slaves are dancing. Those who are stubborn were the ones we were using for picnic. Some of them were trying to run back to their home. And some of them too, they were calling themselves royal, so they feel themselves pride. I know it's wrong. But Africans are still enslaved. And this time, even the one get a capital, let's say if someone get $10,000 in Africa, he will use it to walk through the desert to come to the West, to come and clean shit. Toilet. Because they got no jobs in their country, and there will never be jobs in their country. Because if you are a leader and you try to help them, every good deed you do for them, they use it against you and you die for it, just like the way Dr. Kwame Nkrumah died. Kwame Nkrumah was never overthrown by the CIA. The Africans wanted him dead long time ago. They placed a bomb in his house even before he gained independence. There were people desperate to kill him. And it's the traditions of Africa. They say all eyes is on the one who were down. And he's the also takrache. So if you are a noble man in Africa, you have to die. If you don't want to die, you have to go for black magic to protect yourself from dying. Me, they were not able to harm me because they have seen angels. Even they witness angels around me. They don't care. They have witnessed Yahweh descending to the earth. They see him, Yahweh himself, even yesterday. And they don't give a fuck. They have seen Lucifer following me. They don't give a fuck. They have seen the seas putting crown on my head. They say, we'll take it. We'll kill you. These fuckers are evil to a point that they wanted to use children that are not mine to search for enemies of heaven spiritually, to blaspheme of removing the kingdom of heaven from power, because they know if God come today, not even a single person will survive there. These are the kind of cannibals we are talking about. Don't let their animals, their human skin deceive you. I know I created them from apes, but apes are 1,000 times intelligent than Africans. The education we give to Africans, if we give it to elephants, they can work better because elephants learn faster than humans. There are some of giants that I created, that their story is recorded in Greece. I designed them with the DNA of ape and elephants. But they were causing problems, so we instruct Zeus to kill them. The giant, the first one who was designed, was killed by the head of Medusa, the Gollum, with a snake head, with snake hair. I don't want to go there much. We are now on Africans. So Africans are suffering because of witchcraft. So far as witches are in control of the continent, that goodness is known as evil, and evil is known as goodness. Africa will never succeed. In their parliament house, let me use Ghana for example, and all the countries, it's divided, the opposition, the minority, and the majority. The minority is the less, the majority is the high. It's two witchcraft species group. Everyone want to come to power. If majority come to power, they starve the minority people. So in Africa, if you work in a company that belong to the state and a new government come to power, he will terminate your contract. You have to go back home and wait for additional 8 years or 4 years for your party to come to power. So if they get a job to get to office, to any job, there's still money that they can use for the next 8 years. Because if you don't steal, you starve. It's not like the West. In Africa, the Inspector General of Police is chosen by the government. So you can't monitor the government. The IGP, Dr. Akufo Dampare, was chosen by Akufo-Addo. He can fire you, and it's not like the CIA that I can call the Secret Service and threat Joe Biden, the US president, that resign because of my position in the security and the military. In Africa, you're not there because all powers in the security are chosen by the president, the commander-in-chief, and he do whatever he wants. No one question him. He steal anyhow he wants. Even the police. The money, if you are not a senior ranking officer, they will cheat you. They abuse, they harm each other. Putin, no. Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, no. He have stayed in Africa before, so he know more than what I'm saying. And he know they are more enemies. More than. Fine, they may have gold, diamond, bauxite. But they can't use it for anything better. Because even if you try, you die. Those citizens of Africa complaining their politicians are wicked, they are also wicked. It's a lifestyle of every African. Evil is all what they know. They only destroy. So if you are in an African American and you are complaining about the days of slavery, your brothers still come to Africa. Now they don't get a chance to be in the ship of their slave masters. They walk through the desert, walk through Libya to get to Italy, and money to get to America, England, and the rest of the countries you know. So if they are free and it's better, why are they walking to cross their continent to a different continent to get a better life? Why can't they use their oil just like the way Dubai uses oil to build its country? Why can't they use their gold, their bauxite, their diamond? Enemies are the people who always lie. Africa will rise. The debt Ghana is owing. I sent a message to the Secret Service that we have to collect the money because they will borrow more and abuse it. I cannot use my personal money to pay their countrymen because for them in Africa, if you can't see spiritually, you don't understand because you don't know there are people like that existing on it. But in Africa, if you make yourself a good deed person, your life is very short. If you give gift to people, money to people, you die because of it. Because the money you give to them, the job you give them, the gift you give them, wherever you give them is what they will use against you. If not me, no pastor have seen a common demon or angel before. The time I made them see angels, did you know how they thanked me? They plot a conspiracy to damage my eye. If not pudding, who brought the Ragnar group to the borders to scare them for Akufo-Addo to warn them. They wanted to break my eye because I made them see angels. So spiritually, they will say we have dust in your eye. They are false prophets. We're saying you made us see angels. So your God will kill you so that your God will love us just like the way he loved you. In Africa, they believe if you are a wise man and they kill you, they are fools who become like you. So any wise man in Africa, they have people, anyone who know you, either is a friend, family. Even if the person is your friend, he will paint himself. So many of the African businessmen who have experience in life, they don't have friends. Because if you live in Africa and you claim you have friends, those friends will go and tell others you are their family, and they will start plotting to kill you. So if you see anyone in Africa who will start talking and say, I don't have any friend, he's talking from experience. So maybe he calls someone his friend, and because of that, the person is trying to kill him. Me, those people calling themselves my family, I don't have any family in Africa. Yeah, people who know me and they are taking advantage of it. Both my parents are dead. I don't have any children in Africa. Those farmers who summoned Joe Biden spiritually, Donald Trump spiritually, threatening the US government, if you don't give out this, we'll kill your agent. I don't know them from anywhere. So in Africa, if you make friends with someone, your life will be very short. If I tell you the Searchlight watch me every day for the past 30 to 40 years, you can get radar videos from it. If I tell you when I was young, they poisoned me. So when I went to toilet, it was coming in the form of a black color. The doctor predicted that within 3 hours I'll die. It was a spaceship nanotechnology that was used to fix the damaged tissues. Nanotechnology is like, it's machines. It look like dust. But the African, I don't think a single doctor in Africa knows nanotechnology. They are more animals than the animals in the forest. So this is who they are. I don't have any children. Just like the way the internet, we have cyber fraudsters who can send many cams and the rest to scam video. There are people going around saying, I have children with this person. And if you can see spiritually, he will understand. Because they will make you understand they are lying against the person. They say the fathers of those children are stupid. So they want to parasite knowledge from me. They say the fathers of those children are not respected. So they want their children to be like me. They use witchcraft superstitions to copy my face so that somebody's child will be like me. And the funny part is, they create witches' wallet. When they create it, the fathers of those children will be following their wives to come and get witches' wallet money for the children. But that one, only those who see spiritually can see. There are more animals than every animal you have seen in the zoo. There are more animals. So if you are an African American and you are dreaming, Akon, he's building industries in Senegal. Maybe he will not tell you the truth. The spiritual attack he's going through because of the good deeds he did for them. It will surprise you. Akon, the hip hop musician Akon, he stopped buying Rolex sneakers. He wanted to use the money to help the Africans. He never knew in their eyes goodness is evil and evil is goodness. They even wanted to make him important with their witchcraft black magic. Because for them, whatever good you do to them, they don't see it as good. They see it as evil and they will use it against you. Wyclef from Haiti was giving people from Haiti money. I tell you what he's going through. So he made a friend with someone who in South African called Kenny Jonas. For what? Because he had been through what that guy was saying. I was the one who started snitching them. But Kenny Jonas was doing it in the West because he's afraid if he do it in Africa, he will die within a day. So I started it here. That time, Facebook was not even there. But for me, just like the way Osama bin Laden was a religious leader in Iraq, in the Arabian countries, I was living as a classified agent. Africa, they don't believe in industrial revolution. The way they harm each other, there is no job. Church is the only job there. Because even if you create a job for them, they will collapse it. That is why Akufo-Addo have given the ECG. That is why Kufuor sold the Ghana Telecom. Because if you don't sell it, they will destroy even the high tension poles that give them light. They remove the knots. They will remove the knot and the high tension will go down and they will be happy. And when the pole go down, the very people who plot the conspiracy to bring the high tension pole down, the same people will complain, we don't have light. Doom so. You call these animals humans. Even if right now as I'm talking to you is blackout. And you know what caused the blackout? Someone intentionally broke their transformer. They can even remove the knot in the high tension and bring it down to see the cables down. Just like that, even street light, someone will carry a stone and throw it and break it. And they walk and say, why do you break the street light? They say, I want to put my girlfriend under it. In Africa, they don't kiss public. So if someone wants to talk to his girlfriend, if the street light is there, you see him picking a stone. Just like the way animals do. You cast the stone and broke the street light. So that he can talk to his girlfriend under the street light, so that they can kiss. But in the West, you can kiss anywhere. So these are the fuckers. You fuckers are defended. Now Akon was one like you. He was a Pan-Africanist. Now he stopped talking because he came to see the animals he talked about all the time. If you are a man, come in Africa and come and share money. You see, they will kill you where you are. Me, I talk and survive because they see angels. Even in the presence of the angels, they will be watching the angels and be doing evil at the same time. They don't give a fuck. You know what these animals can do. If you cannot see spiritually, you may think they are humans. You will not understand what I'm saying. So if you can't see spiritually, keep your goddamn mouth shut. You think Africans are suffering because of the white. It's not true. You can't see. If you can see, and you see a black man in Africa, you kill him. Because if you allow them to get close to you, If they hear you doing business, they will intervene. Let's say you want to get a contract. You are discussing it on phone. If a black man in Africa who practice witchcraft hear you, they will intervene. You will not get it. So in Africa, if you are going to do something, you have to keep it a secret. The West is not like that. Even if like that, is better than here. Africa is a forest. And they are the reason why African Americans are not respected. The Chinese people are highly respected. The Arabian people who live in the desert, they cannot even do farming there. You think if it's Saudi Arabia who have the continent of Africa, what would that they have done? So these fools, that IMF is trying to trade my money to pay the debt they own. Let them go to China and borrow money and pay you. Because if you pay, they will fool. I will not use my money to pay their money. They wanted to kill me because of that money. And I'm not the first. Kwamna Jomo, Kofi Annan, many footballers. If they tell you what they are going through, it's a curse to be black from Africa because of how they behave. If you try to create a job, there was a time I wanted to create a poultry farm factory to do a chicken mackerel, jacket factory, candle factory. I was using candles to summon angels. So I wanted to get a factory and to investigate the drug dealers when I do export and import. Baby diaper factory. A fool, they heard I'm going to do it. And the money I was using it to start it was just $6,000 at that time. They instructed someone to steal it. And before they do that, they do it spiritually before they do it physically. And I sent the issue to court. They were torturing me, go up and down. I said, okay, let me forget it and do something else. JB Dankwa, the cousin of Akufo-Addo, was murdered because I and him was having a hotel in the beach. They say, this hotel will make you rich. You have to die. They kill him and the hotel is there. That is what they do. If you are a footballer, the footballers who get married to white people, and you African Americans are calling them stupid. If you know, if you get married to a black man, they'll poison you and take your properties. Even your family, they hate you because you are rich. And they hate you because you gave them money. So in Africa, if you want to live in Africa peacefully, without any threat, you have to stay wicked. If you are a wicked man, they normally work against people when you do good deeds for them. If you give them money, they use it against you. If you give them food, they use it against you. If you are eating, they put animals on it spiritually. So if you want to survive in Africa, don't give money to anyone. If someone need help and he need advice from you, then you advise the person. Spiritually, they will summon your reflection to learn from you and they will kill you or they will give you a permanent headache or they will make you mad. That is the wholesale price. If you allow friends to visit you in Africa and you allow somewhere to wear your sandals, they will cut off your leg. You'll find a way to create accident. All the accidents that happen in Africa, they intentionally create it. The Inspector General of Police, Dr. Akufu Dampare, plays a band on churches giving prophecies. Have you people asked yourself why the whole IGP, the Inspector General of Police, is trying to arrest pastors who give prophecies. Because they will make a prophecy, a footballer will die. And they themselves will send people to kill him, to fulfill their prophecy. So to protect the important people, creating jobs for the youth, the IGP have to place a band on something spiritual. When it comes to security, I'm also a security man. When it comes to the police, the military, we don't believe in spirituality. So actually, in Ghana too is like that. Ghana, you cannot report spiritual issue to the police. But why did the IGP arresting pastors who give prophecies in 31st night? Because if he don't do that, at the end of the year, this pastor will prophesy, Michael Essien will die, this will prophesy, Asamoah will die, this will prophesy, this will die. And at the end of the day, all the important people creating jobs for the youth will end up dead. This is the truth. So in Ghana, that is why Magufuli, the Tanzania president, closed all churches. Those who carry Bible in Africa, they are more criminals than they are robbers. I have investigated drug dealers before. If you want criminal zones in Africa, go to church. A pastor have group of assassins. If he prophesy, you die. If he prophesy, someone will shoot. There is a musician who did a song with Beyonce, Jay-Z's wife, Jigga, the hip hop star. Somebody made a prophecy he will be shot to death, and the IGP arrested him. After interrogation, he shown them that we will hire people to kill him. Africa, they don't summon demons. They have no oracle. So they will use their mind. Africa churches is controlled by witches. So they use their, if not me, they have not seen it. No one have seen demon or angel before. I brought it there. They don't have any pastor there. It's just witchcraft. Those who have angels, if you go to them and they pray for you, they don't use animals to play any role. That one, for those who see spiritually, are the only ones who understand. They use witchcraft. But if you cannot see spiritually, you never know. Because if you want people to respect you and we have animals in your relative face spiritually, insulting him because of you, you may not be aware. But the question is, did the CIA ask Dr. Kufu Dampare, because they were also involving themselves in JB Dankwa's death? I told them to do it because of some money issues we were having. The question is, have you asked why the IGP in Ghana have placed a ban on giving prophecies on 31st night? If a pastor give a prophecy, you die, and you don't report him to the police, the next morning, people will bring guns to your house and come and kill you. If a pastor give a prophecy, you'll be poisoned. Currently, some of their politicians was poisoned. I think he was a deputy finance minister. And Chama to me their issue. Those false prophets were involved. They gave a prophecy he would die. They plot someone to kill him. Chama to me got the signal. So when he go to any program and he's collecting food, he used someone called Oheneba. He was once a friend of mine. Oheneba will go and collect food for Chama to me because Chama to me is afraid he will die. Because someone gave a prophecy, you're gonna die. And he know it's not God who poisoned him. It's the same person and his relatives and his friends who will do that. So he have to instruct someone he trusts to get food for him, even to eat. There are some people, they can't buy food in the area they stay. They have to go to the middle of the city to buy food. Because if you buy food in one place, they'll poison you there. This is this kind of animals living in Africa. So the Inspector General of Police, Dr. Akufu Dampare, is desperate. If you give a prophecy, the police will call you and interview you. My friend, you say this minister will be poisoned. Who are you going to send to poison him? My friend, tell us, or you send him to court. And the court, the judiciary, don't deal with spiritual cases because they are also fuckers just like them. So the IGP is trying to protect the people, and he don't know how to come out and tell the truth, like the way I'm saying it here. How the church prophecies concern the police? Because the pastors are more worse, serious criminals. Even the president of the republic, they wanted to kill him. The time Kufuor was president, they gave a prophecy he would get an accident. They told someone to spy him. The moment the convoy reached there, the person drove to hit Kufuor just to kill him for fun, to make their prophecy come to pass. This is the kind of animals living. So if you do that to the first gentleman of the land and he see this kind of the people, these are the kind of people you are, he will not waste his time spending his money on you. This is the animals there. So the IGP is arresting pastors. If you are a pastor and you dare give prophecy, doom prophecy, you'll be arrested. They don't care it's spiritual. They will come for you because they know you don't have any God. You send criminals to do that. This is what the fuck they do. They kill people for fame. So all the rich men in Africa who cannot come home, they are afraid to come and they don't want to tell anyone because it doesn't sound normal. But the only evidence I'll give to you is why did the IGP arrest pastors when they give prophecies? If you are a rich man and you come home, someone will say, there is a rich man from abroad. He have come to your family. God showed it to me, prophesied to me that he will be poisoned. And that same false prophet will hatch a conspiracy and that person will die. Maybe you don't know. They will start monitoring you. So if you go out and buy a food in a restaurant or a public place, they will put poison in and they'll kill you. That is how the deputy minister died. So even ministers, even the president of Ghana, even wherever the Akufo-Addo go, he carried his chair like a student. In Africa, because of the poverty, their schools, if they close from vacation, they carry their chairs home. So he carried his chair and put it in the car. Every day there is a chair in the Land Cruiser, Toyota Land Cruiser, with full air conditioning just to carry a chair. Because if you put it there, they may put anthrax on it. Or someone will sit on it and say, because of that, they will overthrow you from power. That is why Akufo-Addo believes no one can stage a coup when he's the president. Because the chair that you sit on it and say, I'm now the president, is in the Land Cruiser. And the key is with him. So you cannot use it for any rituals. So you see, if you are an African American and you think you have hope home and you are defending our Africans, go and ask the Inspector General of Police in Ghana. If you go, ask him, Dr. Akufu Dampare, why did you arrest pastors when they give prophecies? And he will start talking, and maybe he will say more than what I'm saying. There is a man called Reverend Obofo. He bought a relic from me for his church in Obinim. It was $10 million each. The two of them. So you see, these fuckers animals than the animals in the forest. They'll kill you. So is there any church in the United States that is under investigation by the CIA, the FBI, the Secret Service for giving prophecies? Because we trust them. We know they will never give a prophecy and kill you. But in Ghana, Tanzania, Nigeria, if you allow someone to prophesy about you, wherever he will say about you, he will hind people to come and do it. And the moment you die, they will come out. I warned him. I called him and he didn't answer. He's the person who killed you, man. Those fuckers. Yeah, they say God, the way they lie, they say God came to me. They are just witches. They have no God. If not me, no one have seen a demon there or an angel there. And they say, God told me that you die, you'll be poisoned. I call you on phone to come and pay. You didn't pay, so you have to die. You alone is spending the money. Damn, man, you have to fucking die. So they poison you and you die. That is how the deputy finance minister died. There's a friend of mine called Agenda. He's very close to that man. That is how he died. Yeah. And Akufo-Addo is always carrying his chair to avoid death. So if someone is a politician and he see the society want to kill him just to impress the press, the media, do you think he will use the money he's supposed to use to build better hospitals in his country? Someone want to kill you just for fun. You think these people are humans? For those who can see spiritually, you can see the spiritual. If you cannot see spiritually, forgive me. You only see me and General George Washington at the background. But if you see spiritually, you see other things. Yeah. Other kokoloko things. Yeah. That one, let's put it aside. So this is Africa, a place worse than hell. If you are in hell and you are in purgatory, it's better than living in Africa, because in purgatory, food is free, drink is free. That is why Africans are not afraid to go to hell. Because in Africa, it is funny. They are living in the worst place, worse than hell, so they don't give a fuck on the God threatening them in hell. They got no food, no water, you threat them in hell. What for fuck? Take your goddamn hell away. We don't give a fuck on your hell. Damn, you can spend on your fucking hell. You can live wherever, how you want to live. We don't give a fuck because we live in shit. Everything is shit right here, man. Everything is bullshit. Pastors are corrupt. Chiefs are corrupt. They sell one land to 10 people. Politicians are corrupt. Hospitals are corrupt. Even the politicians don't trust their own hospitals. Because he's afraid if he go to treatment in the hospital in his country, he will be poisoned to death. Ochinoko, there is a media friend of mine. They poisoned him and made him blind. And do you know how they did it? I think he's part of the reason why the IGP arrested him. Someone used horograph. Do you know horograph? That projection image. Horograph, new type. You know, you can even take picture and put a horograph at the background. And the person lied to them, that horograph is a spirit. Because Ochinoko have been traveling to the west, he know horograph. So Ochinoko tried to tell him, my friend, that is not a spirit. They made a prophecy Ochinoko will die, and they poisoned him. The time they took him to the hospital, because the doctors and the nurses is full of witches, they corroborate there. Dicro injection, when you inject it in the vein, it will blind the patient. I'm expert in medicine, so I know what I'm saying. The compound will blind the patient. They injected his vein with diclofenac injection on the vein, and it damaged the eye tissues and the nerves that connect to the eye from the retina to the main eyeballs. And until now, he's blind. He come to check up in the United States. So Ochinoko is now blind because someone plot to kill him in a form of a church prophecy. So the IGP Akufo-Addo Paris sat down and said, if I don't act about this, these fools behind Africa, they have no job. The only job you can do to get money is a church or cyber fraud. That is why IGR for real, that lady. The cyber fraud, the boys don't do. Africa, you see someone, you say, what's the job you do? He said, I'm a game boy. Yeah, I'm a game boy, man. Nigger, you know what I do? I'm a game boy, nigger. And you say, what is the meaning of goddamn game boy? He said, oh, I fraud people online. And they don't feel ashamed to do it. Currently, there's a guy called a Subontain. He frauds some Western people. He told me, damn, I got money for you. Come and get it. And I said, no, that goddamn money is from my own salary, man. I don't need it. He said, you are stupid. I money. Do you know how I money to fraud that person? And I want to give you part of the money. He said, you don't want it. Damn. Africa, fraud is a job. And they are aided by politicians. That is why you can get original steel and stamp of the president's office. The politicians will give them samples to get duplicates. The stamp, there is a place you can get a stamp from the president. All what you need is a sample. If you go, they will design some for you, car keys. And when they get to the West, they steal cars. And when Donald Trump deport them to reduce crime rate, we say he's racist. Africans are suffering because of witchcraft. If you can see spiritually, you know what is going on. Me, every day, they put animals on food spiritually. So as I'm talking to you, if you can see spiritually, they come out. They don't know my intestines is made up of nanotechnology, so animals cannot eat metals. So, okay, they know. When I was young, there's a place called Anomanji Polar Sea. A spaceship visited me. And someone sent a comment talking about Elon Musk. Yeah, my nigga Elon Musk. My message to Elon Musk is, now Africans have seen aliens. Me, every night, I stand outside and look at the skies for alien ships Africans have seen. We have to focus. We have to deal with the royal family. I know there are some saying Henry will be king instead of William and Charles. They are for the royal family. We love each other. We don't hate each other. The best thing we have to do is, England was built by the glory of Rome. Caesar was murdered because of global citizenship. We want to create divided nations so that every country can go to space, so that we can search for the aliens and bring the superpower of cosmos to Earth to complete what Odin couldn't finish, to complete what Lucifer couldn't finish, to complete what the gods themselves couldn't finish, to complete the impossible. That is the meaning of the glory of Rome. In the dream of Daniel, Daniel 7, the first beast was King Nebuchadnezzar. It's a lion with wings, with human heart. The second beast is Persia. It's a bird with 3 ribs on the mouth. 3 ribs is the mark of the beast. The Hebrew language, 6 is written like a rib, or like an animal crow, like 3. So 3 ribs represent 666. I aid in the ruling of Persia, and there are statues made of, it's black with this same face. And there is a leopard with 4 heads and wings. That is Alexander Greece. And the last beast is a beast, iron beast. Extremely horrible, terrifying, exceeding strong. That is the glory of Rome. We are strong with the power to do politics with the Anunnakis. I know the black Anunnakis have issues with William, now selected as a Star Lord. We need those Anunnakis to guide William, and I'm willing to do that. William should stop wasting his time on Ghanaians, politics, president, and wherever. Let's focus on the aliens. Who knows? If we get the aliens, Africans will go back to slavery again. Because they have been interfering in their political games. That is not good. The Anunnakis, Alashak, was sending messages to NASA. We have to stop keeping things classified. The Area 51, we have to make things open. Because the aliens will soon come to Earth. This morning, I was watching them. Their ships are here. Every day, new ship land. They cannot, there is a technology to make aeroplane invisible. We learned it from the aliens. We cannot continue to use that technology every day. So we have to tell everyone the truth, en masse. And the battery cars, I don't think the charging ones will be necessary. You have the ones that we don't charge it, that don't even use fuel. But we think about the Arabian people. That is what Donald Trump said the time he was president. The Africans had Donald Trump wanted me to be his vice president. So they want me to pay the debt they own and run the country for 60 years. Even if you run the country for 1,000 years, that debt, you cannot gain money from there. And I have strategies to get from them. Just like the way the strategy the IGP, Dr. Akufu Dampare, is doing. Imagine what will happen. Now Akufu Dampare arrests, the IGP of Ghana arrests false prophets who give prophecy of doom because he know it's not God. If a false prophet tell you you'll be poisoned, Dr. Akufu Dampare is a security. He know no God will come and poison you. The prophet will send someone and monitor you and poison you. Someone close to you and give the person money. Imagine what we can achieve if we find those who do that. If you are caught doing witchcraft, we can collect taxes from you. We will not kill them because if you kill them, then you end up killing them all. The Subjection Brigade brought to wipe 3 billion useless Africans with COVID-19. We also gave them Ebola to wipe them off because we knew they would one day provoke the Anunnakis and aliens will invade Earth and Putin will be the Star Lord. We want to avoid the alien invasion. So the best thing we have to do is we have to protect England. Putin will only become the Star Lord when our plan of bringing peace fails. Because if that fair plan fails, US will fall. England will fall. Africa will be lost. Why am I saying this? Supreme Leader came to Ghana spiritually because of me. Some people, I don't know them from anywhere. The president of Ghana took Supreme Leader spiritually to some farmers in Asante Achim Dampon to introduce Supreme Leader to them. And spiritually, they were blaspheming that they want to parasite respect. They are even parasiting the daughter of Supreme Leader, having sex with her to destroy her future. I told them to give Supreme Leader gold for compensation, 5,000 bars of gold. In Africa, you can get a bar of gold with an amount of $20,000. I am saying it. If you have $20,000, you can get a gold bar in Africa, Ghana. Dunkwao. One blade of gold, a weight of blade of gold is as cheap as $10. It's not even up to $10. Yeah, I think it's $10. 2.5 to 250 cities. So I think it's for $10. To compensate him, they say no. If we don't make the Africans understand, we will lose our so-called this prophecy. Lucifer cannot do anything about it. Yahweh cannot do. I think it's Yahweh who is designing that prophecy. But Rome, we are the servants of Rome. Jesus Christ from Nazareth came to heaven to destroy Rome. The glory of Rome did politics with his father, and we won. That is why after Jesus Christ from Nazareth left and promised to return with the kingdom of heaven, which is the aliens, they couldn't come back again. The glory of Rome was able to chase them out there, to do politics with them. The Pope of Rome is traveling to the Arabian countries all over the world to complete what we started during the days Jesus Christ from Nazareth was alive, was on earth. So you know what Rome can do. Rome is powerful. And it's Rome who built England. And the jackals in England went to build. And Rockefeller, Brigbert, Carnegie, and the rest, with the aid of the government, we built United States. And now the West is in power. If we don't protect William with our strength and make William the Star Lord, for the Star Lord, the senator made us, the God themselves gave it to William. But there are some who are interfering. The Africans who brought all this problem, they are not part of whatever we are doing. The reunion of Cosmos that I was doing is about me and the werewolves, the Lycans, the reptilians, witches are not involved because the plan of alien invasion is to destroy witches because of how they do evil. I don't know if they will repent. I don't think they will repent. Their politics, it's got nothing to do with me. And someone sent a comment, is Lucifer good? The people you see them giving prophecies in Ghana, poison the finance minister to death. Was it done by Lucifer? It's done by people. Lucifer have not done any evil. Evil is done by the people with mark of the beast. And now Lucifer have shown himself to the Ghana president, all the ECOWAS leaders. The message I will give to ECOWAS is, wherever we are doing, the heaven God who created you before I made you in the ribs of apes to man, he have a dream. His dream is to unite the whole universe and make one king rule. That is the kingdom of heaven. That will never fall. That is the biggest dream of your creator. He made Odin unite 9 realms and lost. Lucifer unite the rest of the realms. Lucifer still patrol on the universe. In the book of Job, he said, "Where are you, Lucifer?" He said, "I was patrolling the universe and earth." Our plan is to unite the whole universe and bring the superpower to England, to United States. That is the reason why we have the all-seeing eye on the dollar. Please, no one should intervene. It's not for me, it's not for William. It's for God. That your God who made you, he have created boundaries in the sea. Some of the sea gods intervene. So in Quran, Prophet Muhammad said, Allah have created boundary in the sea. So please, if you are a Muslim, those in Ghana, and you intervene that Dajjal, 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 you are Dajjal, you are a witch. Stop doing evil. Before Prophet Muhammad died, he made a will that a true Muslim should not steal. Muslims should not envy. Muslims should not take what belongs to others unless it's given to him willingly. So if you envy someone, you are evil. It's not what Prophet Muhammad told you. Wherever I'm doing, witches are not involved. Stay away from it. If you know God is coming to destroy you because you are evil, repent. No human was born to die or grow old. It's a lie. I myself use a hydrogen gas to bomb the atmosphere years ago, but let's put that one aside. That one, there was a war. And the side effect of the hydrogen gas is what caused the human mortality rate that made them die early. So if you are a respiratory infection, viruses, you will see that the atmosphere is filled with silver particles. It's that silver particles that make you old. That is why many of the aliens, when they come, you see them wearing gas masks because the atmosphere is poisoned in the ancient days by nuclear. But the Romans removed it from the Bible to avoid those poisons from spreading. Queen Corona got access to this book, and she was using that poison to poison the waters in China. Adolf Hitler was using it for evil. So we are protecting you. Rome have it in the secret library in Vatican to protect you from yourself. So leave the Pope to do whatever he's doing. God's plan is to destroy people with mark of the beast, not Lucifer. Lucifer have not done anything. The evil you do it with your own free will. It's not any Satan who tell you to do it. If you are a prophet in Ghana, you prophesy someone will be poisoned, and you pay somebody to poison his food because you know that is where he buy food. It's not Lucifer who told you to do it. You did it your own. You are a criminal, and IGP have to arrest you because you are a notorious criminal. That thing was not done by Lucifer. The lines is enough. Enough is enough. Your politicians keep on borrowing and spending the money. I don't blame them. You people are too evil. Because if I'm a politician and you want to poison me just for free, if I borrow, I will not give it to you. I will not crave job for you. I will give it to my family who don't want to poison me to make you suffer. So you people in Africa are suffering because of how you behave. You have to stop. It's not fair. Our brothers are all over abroad. They walk through the desert. They die there. They are suffering there. They clean toilet. The days of slavery, no one was forcing them to get there. What we are doing is not fair. Black man. They are very stupid. So they're false prophets. Stop poisoning people. Stop attacking people. Leave the IGP in peace. Stop giving doom prophecies and sending people attacking to attack people. They can even say armed robbers will attack you, and they have guns for robbery gangs. They will come and rob you. Why don't we ban churches in Africa? It will reduce evil for almost 80%. Because any person who comes to the church that they give prophecy about, they will follow up. And they don't give you good prophecies that you'll be rich. No, a black man don't do good. They will not say you get money, you'll be rich. No, 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 no. They say you die. Because he know definitely there is someone already in your family who wants you dead. So they will just see the person spiritual. That one they do it spiritually, not physical. Every crime, it happens spiritually before it happens physically. So if they say you die, they will see your families and say, who want to kill this man? They say, oh, I've paid someone. The person can follow him physically and corroborate where he buy food. Then we can poison him. That is what they do. It's not fair. It's not fair. We have to stop. The way we behave, killing people, it's not fair. Kobe Bini, black man, black man with black says, yeah, evil mafia. So you see, and the CIA, the IMF, who want to use my money to pay the debt Ghana is owing. IGP is my witness. The reason why my money is kept there. If you are a man, bring it home. You see. Even if the money is not there, we want to kill you. So imagine what we will do if we get the money. You hide your properties. We search it. The properties I have in Africa, I don't go there. Because when you are walking, the witches will be following you spiritually. They want to see your homes. And if they see your house, they will kill you and go and claim ownership. Yeah. If you are a witch and you're Africa, the birds that you see them following you is camera. Someone have possessed them watching your movement. So if you have a house and you think nobody know, we know it. The bird who was standing there, you have seen that house. That is why your wife are poisoning you, that you have got kidney failure. You will soon die, and your wife will be the owner of that house. And he will enjoy it with his boyfriend. Yeah, you die soon. So if you don't want to die in Africa, if you get money, invest it in the West. So that is why the politician in Nigeria, they use the oil money and spend it outside. Or if you spend it home, just like the way Kwame Nkrumah died for helping, you die too. So you have to be wicked, torture them. Yeah, if you're wicked, you are very famous in Africa for being wicked, man. But if you don't have witchcraft, you don't understand because you don't know what I'm saying. And you never know until you got to fall in the trap. It's very wrong. It is very bad. It is very, very wrong. So I think we have to create witches court and demanding taxes. We don't have to kill them like the way the Western people were doing. We have to collect taxes from them. It is very sad. A whole finance minister is dead because someone gave a prophecy he will be poisoned. And people around him was paid to poison him in the north. Until now, Chamaun to me walk in fear. Even his own home, he find it difficult to eat. Because even you can go to the market and buy food there. When it comes to rich crowd, before you think they will know. If you're an ordinary person and you can't see, okay, let me put that one aside. Because if you know, you die. So if you're an ordinary person, keep your goddamn mouth shut. If you are in a house and you begin to suspect this person may be a witch, you die soon, my friend. Because he's ashamed. Africa is not like United States that celebrates Halloween. In the United States, we do Halloween. We stand on TV and celebrate witchcraft Christmas. When it's Halloween, your pastor will wear his witchcraft garment. A doctor will wear his witchcraft garment. Your church members will wear their witchcraft garment. And the West, nobody feels ashamed to be a witch. Because we don't give a fuck about you. We will not create witch's wallet in your pocket to take your money. We will not put animals on your face and disrespect you to insult you. The Western people who were with Africans, they were doing investigation. I've investigated drugs before. If you are investigating drugs, you have to live within them, classified. So the Americans saying Joe Biden is a parasite, Trump, and no, they were just doing investigation. Biden cannot harm me, no matter what I'll do. If he will harm me, he will not allow the farmers to take him to a bush spiritually. No. He did it for the good of the country, for the services of the country, and he's doing it to protect me. And wherever deal Lucifer have with Biden, I don't think he have to do it in a rush. Lucifer made Joe Biden understand is the heaven king who want to unite cosmos. It's true. It's the heaven God who made apes here who want to unite the universe. It's not any demon. So you have to discuss with ECOWAS. Now they have seen the aliens. They will understand. But to use my money to pay the debt Ghana is owing and the Africans are owing, that is unfair. What they have to do is they can borrow from China to pay the debt Ghana is owing. Then I'll run the country to repay the debt. But for me to use my money to pay, I will not do that. Even a Kufuado will not do that. Nobody will do that shit. And don't fancy what they say. In Africa, they harm each other. They snitch each other. Let's focus. All they have to do is they are owing, they should pay. If they pay the money, we focus on what we are doing. Let's focus. Wherever they will say to intervene, Africans, they don't have a space program. So wherever interference they will bring is not a problem. So the right thing we have to do is to pay the debt we are owing. I've already spoke to them. Kennedy Japan, one of his boys, I sent a message to him. He will inform the president of Ghana. And those who want to talk to me spiritually, because of your case, you people design a conspiracy to use children that are not mine to take the kingdom of heaven. The issue is ongoing now in the dark matter. So I don't want to involve myself in anything that concerns you. So please, if you practice witchcraft and you think I'll talk to you spiritually, whoever told you is a dream. And don't get orders from any pastor. Ghana, there is no pastor here. That is why they are criminals. That is why IGP arrest them. If a pastor tell you he can give you directions, you get access to me, don't waste your time. He's not a pastor, he's a criminal. Fine, call me on phone. It will be better than to dream I'll talk to you spiritually. I will not do that. Because you people plot. If you're ordinary person, you don't understand me. The witches in Africa, they want to remove God from power. God, they had the evidence of the book of Revelation are coming true. The kingdom of heaven in Daniel 7. They have seen aliens in Africa in the night. Some are daytime. When it comes to witchcraft, even if you are in your room, someone can be outside and see you. So they are desperate. So the advice I'll give to you people is if you are in Africa um, and you visit me spiritually, I'm not going to talk to you because the heaven God have issues with you. You people threat, even in Ghana, if you try to stage a coup, you'll be punishable by death. So imagine what happen to you if you plot to remove God himself from power. God is God. No one is equal to him. So that is the advice I'll give. So that is the advice I'll give. And the worst part of the story is those children, they wanted to use them to stage a coup in heaven. All the witches are witnesses. Those children are not for me. You know a child is not for someone. And you are using that child to blaspheme, that child can rule heaven. You are using witchcraft to copy my face so that that child can look like me. You are using witchcraft, believing that child can copy my knowledge and give it to a child that is not my blood. Meanwhile, you know the parents of those children. So the advice for the youth in Africa, I don't doubt you a second. I know you want the best for your country because the way you have suffered because of the fall of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. There is a musician called Kimpaluta. he, he sang a song. He said, the head of the family wanted to suffer. He preaches some people. He complained to them, and the head of the family wanted them to suffer. So you people don't want your children to suffer that way. I know. For the youth, I trust you 100%. The only way to avoid it is those who can see. Our witchcraft, we taught us how to lie from childhood. We can't stop. We can't stop. It's like someone who is smoking or drinking. You cannot just stop smoking or drinking within a day. It takes time. So the evil, we can't stop it. We will do it. God can do wherever he wants. Africa is we know we are evil. That is why we are prepared to fight God. Yeah, but it's not fair. A God who made you, if you dream to fight that God, it will bring a curse on you. Even your grandmother, if you disrespect your grandmother, your grandfather, you'll be cursed. So how can you disrespect a God who made you? It's not fair. So those women with fake children, that all the witches know they are not my children. We have to stop entertaining them. Knowledge is born by birth. If you want your child to be like me, it's only by birth. You cannot use animals to mimic my face and make somebody's child look like me. You cannot drain my blood and give it to your child so that believing your child can be like me. It doesn't exist. In the ancient days of the Ashanti Kingdom, our forefathers who gave us the witchcraft, they were dwarfs. They were short in height. So the time the golden stool was conjured, just like the way on the 21st of March, 2024, the witches used my reflection to conjure a lightning storm. on the sea. That killed 3 billion population on the sea. The Ashantis, Ponjo had the golden stool. People saw it in the night. They followed to see where the light is. They realized it's a form of civilization, a group who look like dwarfs, who have the golden stool. Everyone was serving the Ashantis. Even the Domahene who fighting there. The first Domahene swore his oath to the Ashanti kingdom because of the golden stool. But today, Domahene is a judge. He don't respect the Ashanti kingdom because the chiefs in the Ashanti kingdom, they can sell one land to 10 people. And no judge will entertain that nonsense. He thinks the Asantehene is involved. If you are a leader and you allow slaves who forefathers came to serve as slaves and now they are gone, so we want our forefathers to be remembered, and you gave them positions to sell one land to 10 people, it will tarnish your image. So you will end up insulting people to parasite respect, and that is not good of a king. A leader, you have to, if in the Ashanti traditions, if your name is Yese or say Tutu, if your name is, let's say, Kofi, Kwame, Ama, the moment you'll be selected as a king, we'll give you a stool name. No chief in Africa have used his real name. The stool will give you a name. It's a symbol of reborn, of baptism. It means in your previous life, your name was Kofi. Now you are a chief or a king. Your name is now a Seitutu. So you have to behave like a king. If you are a thief, stop stealing, because kings and chiefs don't steal. But if you change a name and you don't change your character, and you begin to sell one land to 10 people, the Domahene will insult your king. Because he's a judge. He know only criminals do that. That is not fair. So I know the Domahene have issues with the Ashanti kingdom because of how they sell land. In Doma, no one will sell land to 10 people. But the Ashanti kingdom is there. They do illegal mining and many more. I don't think Domahene will allow someone to do illegal mining. If you may be rich, you may have Rolls Royce or the best of cars, but your credibility matters. Domahene can live in a cottage, in a village. So far as he have not fraud anyone, so far as he have not sell one land to 10 people, people will respect him than the one having Rolls Royce, private jet, police and securities guiding him, selling one land to 10 people. Because if you are guided by the soldiers and the police, and you sell one land to 10 people and those police fail to arrest you, that is not the duty of the police administration. Police maintain law and order. We arrest criminals. Just like the way the IGP arrests false prophets who give doom prophecies to control and avoid criminals try to kill each other in the name of a church. So if you are a pastor, please stop what you are doing. If you are a king, don't sell one land to 10 people. Wherever you are, stop your bad attitude. So for the youth, I know you want changes, but you have no one. Only United Nations can help you. Only the West can help you. And the chiefs, the leaders in Africa, my money will not be used to pay the debt. Take it as if you are going to get a footballer. I can manage the country properly, but it's not my money you use to pay your debt. Go and borrow from China and settle it. I think it's a $700 billion now. Settle IMF. After you settle IMF, we will strike a deal with China to run the country to pay them in installments. That is the only fucking way. Yeah. And King Charles, we have to follow the future of Rome. Rome's dream is to rule the entire universe. That is why we have Office of Angels in the Rome, Pentagon, England. Office of Demons, Office of Aliens, Area 51 in the United States. Our dream is to rule cosmos. My intention is not in Africa, those who money they are owing. No. William have to focus. He is now the new Star Lord. No one can take it back. But he should obey Lucifer. The Star Lord have a right to change the rules of judgment. In the ancient days, if you die, we collect gold. That was my policy. That time, evil was nowhere. Those who were known to be evil, do you know why we killed them? All the giant Nephilims who are freed from their memory. They were worshipping a false god. And what is a false god? The Pleiadians, the Eos. They were calling themselves gods, and people who worshipped them was put to death. They didn't do any evil. But now, people are evil, unprecedented, blaming the heaven god, accusing them for the evil that they do. It's not fair. It is not fair. So I'm alerting the West. I have no children. I have no family. Just like the way Ajia for real was frauding people. If anyone come and tell you he's my family, Supreme Leader, those people you went to see, they are not my family. They know my parents, and they are taking advantage of me. They are fraudsters. And that is what they do. If they threat to kill me, that's what they do. They kill Kwamna Jomo, Kofi Annan. So many of them marry white people and they don't want to come home. They can't bring their money home because if you do properties, you die quick. Africa is even Kennedy Japan. He was trying to open a factory. They were interfering. He have many attacks from witches, not from any god. And if those prophets, false prophets, who prophesy death, many have threatened him and they tried to kill him. So he hit them more than me. He was having a program to blast those false prophets one after the other because he know they are criminals. The IGP know. All the security agencies in Ghana know those false prophets are severe criminals. I said, yeah. So that is what they do. They are corrupt. They are very corrupt. So if anyone come, the CIA, the FBI, if anyone come and say he's my family, he's my relative, his wife. I don't have children. I don't even have a girlfriend in Africa because I know they are fraudsters. Just like the way Ajia Fourier was used to fraud people, that is what they do. There are some women deceiving the Western people. They have children with me. If you have spiritual eye, you know they are liars. If you don't have a spiritual eye, I have no children. I've never given birth before. And I think the CIA have to deal with the IGP. We have to gun them down because they are very desperate. Yeah. So I wish them the best of luck. Africa is a forest. So if anyone come to any country, you tell him, oh, this CIA agent, he's my family. I have children with him. He's my wife. I know they are frosters. They are frosters. And all the media houses in Ghana, media houses is like a church. They see spiritually. They know those people are frosters. They will know once you entertain them. If you are FBI agent and anyone come on my behalf that I'm the wife of your agent, kill him. If the president is in Ghana, call the IGP in Ghana. He will send people to handle the person. I have no family. I have no children. I have no relative. They are frosters, just like the way Ajia for real was doing. Ah, yeah. So that is what they do. They are cyber frosters. So I have no family. I have no relative. I have nobody like that. It's a lie. Okay, so that is the best advice I'll give. I wish them the best of luck.